Today on Made to Hack, I buy really expensive audio cables. Okay, it's been a while since I've been thinking of upgrading my audio interconnect cables, specifically the two RCA cables that I use to record audio. And I figured it was time to just, get a proper high quality a pair of audio cables. And to my shock and surprise, I couldn't believe that, that Unpacking Audio had this great sale on their timeless interconnect cables. And I figured, wow, at 1,500 euros, it's a bargain. So I bit the bullet and I bought a pair of these cables. And about a week later, and here they are. I also decided to get, a pair of Orb Platinum sound dampening or transient dampening crystals as well, that I could place in the room, which will decrease the audio loss of my setup considerably. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the box, and you'll notice that the cables come hermetically sealed from unobtainium, with some shielding, and you can hear the sound when I open it of the air rushing out. They ensure that all their cables are, of course, hermetically sealed for delivery. You expect this from such high quality interconnect cable providers, and and wow, at first look, they even have EMI RF shielding on the inside. You don't want the cables to get detuned during transport or introduce any other unwanted transients. You want the cables to come fresh from your factory with obviously no problems as to their manufacturer, and that's the way, of course, they guarantee that this doesn't happen during shipping is of course by putting in some extra shielding during transport. And you don't always get that from other interconnect cable companies, and that's why I think Unobtainium is really high quality cables. And of course, here you can see that the cables show the 432 hertz tuning that it comes with from the factory. And of course, the logo here of Unobtainium tells you the directionality of the cables. That's the end that you have to you got to plug into your system, and that's the direction of the electron flow. These are directional cables, of course, but usually you have to burn them in first, and then that'll determine the directionality. So I'm going to open the Orb Platinum. These are, of course, transient attenuation crystals that I decided to go ahead and order as well. They'll just even out the warmth of my setup because, I wanted to get the full benefit of these exceptional audiophile standard cables. And they have some extra RF shielding there as well. And all you do, you just put up the crystals on these little stands. You have these feet so that they can sit up a little bit so they're not affected by the room resonance that all rooms exhibit, of course. So you have to offset them a little bit so that, they do the work as they're supposed to. I then proceeded to remove my old RCA interconnect cables that I was using before, which were just horrible sounding. They had no tonality, no warmth to the sound, and to plug in my brand new Unobtainium timeless interconnect cables. And here you can see how I make sure that I follow the directionality as specified by Unobtainium to make sure that the electron flows in the direction of least resistance and highest tonal depth as recommended by Timeless. And here what I'm doing is also to address some more EMI and RF attenuation in the room, and to just balance out any transients, I placed the two unobtainium, the orb platinums on my setup, as well as the extra shielding tray that comes with the packaging. I want to now give you an example and show you the difference between my old cables and the new cables, and I'm just going to do a side-by-side comparison of me doing a quick audio test. So here goes. This is me with the old Interconnect cables. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, mic check, mic check. And now I want you to listen to the difference in tonality, warmth, and depth of the new Interconnect cables that I set up. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, mic check, mic check. And it's incredible. You can just feel the difference. It's like I'm talking right at you. You could see the difference from the two waveforms. I mean, the one on the bottom is the old cables, and the one on top is the new one. I mean, just look at that difference at all the frequencies, and the tonality and the depth is huge. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I just thanks for watching, and if you are considering getting some audiophile grade cables, I highly recommend you look at the unobtainium timeless cables. They're just an incredible deal right now at 1,500 euros. The difference is night and day between the old and the new. So I do recommend these cables. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing. I regularly put out new videos, so stay tuned for more. You can also find Made to Hack on the web and on social media.